I'm here to reveal to you why you should not travel abroad for fibroid operation, particularly if you are black. Before we go into the merits and demerits of doing fibroid operation in Nigeria vis-a-vis whatever you can obtain elsewhere, I want you to understand certain bases and the reason why traveling abroad for medical treatment is not the best destination. One fundamental thing about fibroid is that fibroid is a gynecological tumor. I need to mention this because some of us have been deceived into biting witches and wizards for fibroid to disappear. No, fibroid is not a spirit. Fibroid can be touched. The person who is asking you to cast out fibroid, take fasting, and you cast out the demon that is a manipulation, is simply demonstrating ancestral ignorance and medical illiteracy. Please note this. Fibroid is not a white woman's problem. Statistically, if you travel to Germany, you may not have a single German lady that has fibroid. If you go to scan the white ladies, the Westerners, the Caucasians in United States, you may hardly find most of them having fibroid. Fibroid is an African woman's problem. Is it a cause? No. I will tell you, it has a lot of profit also to us. Number one is that fibroid has actually been found by theory, because if you look at the other segment, they say the origin or the cause is idiopathic. But study has also shown that fibroid is associated with estrogen. Estrogen is the hormone in women, that helps them in fertility and all those kind of messes and that. And this particular hormone is found more in our women. And that's why if you see our women, they are well built compared to some of them, if you see some of them outside, some of them will be without back, front, and all that. But our own women are full. An advantage to us. Very like just said, okay. Secondly, that particular hormone also enhances fertility in our women. That's why our women are more fertile than the Caucasians. So it is of an advantage. Be that as it may, that same hormone has been found to fuel the growth of fibroid over time. So that's why genetically it appears that fibroid is more in black women than you can find among the whites. Now, going further, what actually propelled these women to leave America, leave Europe, and all that, and coming down to Nigeria? Number one is that majority of our women having the issue of fibroid also same time desire to have a baby. Regrettably, over there in Europe and America, because of the fact that fibroid is not a common thing, because it's something that is subject to a lot of bleeding if you are not experienced in handling it. So most times they run into crisis, and instead of endangering the life of the woman, most times they remove the womb. Whatever be the reason, simply because it's what you do as often as possible that you become experienced in it, and the expertise also tend to grow in the same direction. That is the reason why I put it to you, traveling abroad to go and do fibroid operation where the doctor in a year, 2 years, 3 years may not even have access to do one. And he said, no, it is in America. It's not a function of just the equipment only. It's a function of experience. And that is the reason why you see most times the wombs are all removed over there abroad. One of them here was told that the womb has to go off. He ran down to Nigeria. They said the fibroid was removed, and today she is 20 weeks pregnant. What am I trying to say? It is important you understand that Nigeria is in the best place you can have anything that has to do with fibroid done. Let me also expand it to Africa. That is the best destination for that purpose. Another reason why you see most of this one trooping down, let me tell you, because in a number of occasions, most of these ladies will get this particular finding, fibroid and some other things. They can give them as much as 6 months. In fact, some of them can stay for 1 year, 2 years. Nobody has even called them and said, come over regarding that particular program you have. And the issue of fertility is time dependent. That is most of the thing our women over there. In New York, for instance, to do fibroid operation, your counterpart funding with your insurance, depending on your package, should be about $18,000. In addition to the $18,000, sometimes we can see some of these women giving appointment that can be 6 months. This woman is aging. That's where empathy comes in. I confronted one of the doctors that before me give an appointment of 4 months, I asked him when the woman left, this woman is not getting younger. And you are giving a 4 months appointment. What will you be doing within the very time space? Instead of doing what you ought to do to help this woman out. He said, that's what we do here. That is the protocol here. So that's why you see most of our women over there having a lot of challenges. Some will lose the womb during the course of the surgery, and some also will just be there waiting to when spirit may even remind the people to remember them. If you are here in Nigeria and you are with a doctor here in Nigeria, that's what is called empathy. Empathy is, if this very lady being my sister, she doesn't have a child, is there anything I can do extra to be able to give her opportunity? This is what you can obtain in your own country. You can't get it anyhow. It's only a transaction. Your health can become transactional outside your home. And there's no law, as I pointed out last time, that could be in position to back you up. Because in law, I put it to you last time, why is the woman like this? Preponderance of evidence and balance of probability. You can never be in position to be defended fully under balance of probability. That's what lawyers call technicalities. You can't be in position to get it outside your own home, where you are not a citizen. So it is important we be able just to have the understanding of this. Let's be able to look at the options available to us when it has to do with fibroid treatment. You know, some people will tell you something, there's one product. If you drink this very product, the fibroid will melt, the fibroid will disappear, and all those kind of a thing. I stand to tell you one thing. There is no known drug that has been found to take fibroid out of the womb. Nevertheless, there are a group of drugs called gonadotrophin releasing hormone analogs. You can have them all over the market. You have them in form of Lupride, the Lupron, the Goserelin, the Zoladex, and all that, and all that, and all that. But listen to this. These very injections could have the possibility of shrinking fibroid because of its effect on that estrogen we earlier talked about. And holding on that estrogen may tend to shrink the fibroid. However, the same estrogen that's stopping is also essential for the fertility of that woman, and sometimes can even take the woman towards medical menopause. So, if you are thinking of achieving pregnancy, it is medically detrimental for you to be able to say, let me be taking those injections, so it's not working. Somebody will tell you, no, I have one product. My friend, shine your eyes. Before you start using those products, go and do a scan. Scan tells you if you have fibroid or not. And after, if you care, I'm not here to ask you to stop somebody's product, but if you take it 1 month, why not go back and check? If the fibroid are still there, staring at you, can't you think? Look at the level of kidney failures because of all manner of things our people are drinking. So while you are going about that, it is very important that you use your brain. But should I tell you, surgery remains the best option for issue of fibroid removal anywhere in the world currently. There are some other procedures of hypho which you can do in 1 or 2, 3 sittings, and you then wait for the healing and you wait for the shrinking and the fibroid. You also consider there's also option that is called ultranatal embolization. All of these things will be able to withhold and say, let's see how it works. But fibroid remains an option. You can do hysteroscopic myomectomy, laparoscopic myomectomy, and as a matter of fact, should I tell you, by reason of advanced technology and expertise available today, fibroid operation can be excellently done with the aid of diatemy. It costs and also it seals the blood vessel. By so doing, it makes the woman not to bleed too much, that most times you can do fibroid operation today without any blood transfusion. These are what technology and expertise has been able to make available. And most times, women tend to get pregnant thereafter. Do not wait for when the fibroid must have scattered the womb and fill up everywhere, and then you begin to say, no, I did fibroid operation, I didn't get pregnant. And let me be very here. Let me also be here to tell us one thing. Most time couple will get married, the man will say, no, I don't want to go anywhere. And we stay for years. After some years, fibroid will now come. He say, yes. He said, the woman has fibroid. The question is, why was no pregnancy when the fibroid was not there? A man that has low sperm count will not be able to achieve pregnancy. So it's not a function I did fibroid, I couldn't get pregnant. It is important that both things be carried along. Even while doing the fibroid, let the man be properly evaluated. That by the time the woman gets well, hopefully, even if there's a challenge in the man, it will also be taken care of, and they meet at the point to shorten that very frustration. These are the things we can consider today, right there in this country, Nigeria, and your joy will still be full, in line with that very order of God.
My name is Adini Jiadile. I'm usually based in the United States, and I needed to have a procedure done. My mom knew of Save a Life Hospital here in Port Harcourt, and they were able to do the procedure, and my recovery is now proceeding very nicely. The surgeons were very, very technically sound. The accommodations have also been really, very nice. So I'm very happy that I came to Nigeria to do this procedure. And I would also suggest and encourage other Nigerians to understand that Nigeria is a place where you can come to do surgeries like this or any other surgery and still get the same kind of service that you would expect in the United States.
My name is Julie Okomose Kapmaya. I'm from Edo State, Benin City, but I've lived in Netherlands all my life, half of my life, let me say. About the health challenge I'm having, I have a fibroid issue, and I was actually afraid to do it in Netherlands. The doctor advised me over there to actually remove the womb or take it out. I read about Dr. Save a Life on the internet, so I decided to come to Nigeria to do the surgery here.
My name is Dr. Eunice Otuekong. I'm based in Los Angeles, California. I'm also a medical worker. I had this fibroid, and the fibroid was so big. In America, they told me, oh, I cannot, get out the fibroid without my uterus coming out. I made research, and I came across this wonderful hospital, Save a Life Mission Hospital.
And I came, and the surgery was very, very successful. My eyes were wide open while they were doing the surgery, and it lasted for just 1 hour. And we were playing music, conversation was going on, and everything went fine. And then I came out of the theater an hour later, and then took me to my room, and I've been recovering, and it's been a very fine journey all through. And I'm very happy I did it.
Finally, I came to the hospital. I was shocked with the kind of reception I received from the security to everybody. In short, I thought I was in America. They made the right decision and they saved my womb. Within few hours, everything was all done. I thank Dr. Richard Okoye, who and I thank God I gave him the ability to take what he saw out there, brought it into this country, and even did it in a bigger way than we expected. I'm so grateful.